Hi everybody, I'm Anthony DiFiglio, and today we're going to be checking out the Solar S2.6 from Solar Guitars. Before we get into this video, if you are new to this channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you are new to this channel. Now, let's get into the review. So if you have been watching my channel, you guys know that this is not my guitar. I've actually had the pleasure of playing it as my good friend over here, Alex Delgado, was very nice enough to let me, use it for this video and showcase it, as this is my first time ever trying a Solar.
He loves it.
Absolutely amazing. Honestly, this is going to be an overall positive review and demo.
We're going to run through the specs real quick. It's a set-through construction, I believe. With a mahogany body on maple neck. We got ebony fingerboard with nickel frets. I think the website says they're super jumbo. We've got a veneer, flame maple veneer. The stock Duncan Solar pickups in here. A hip shot style bridge, which is actually really comfortable, and I don't think I would ever replace it with a regular hip shot bridge. I see no reason to. You've got Solar branded non-locking tuners. It's made in Indonesia. The tuners honestly are pretty good, wouldn't you say? They hold tune pretty well for non-locking tuners.
Yeah, not bad, honestly. I mean, although for my preference, I'd probably upgrade to locking tuners. Yeah. But for being stock tuners, honestly, I expected much worse personally. However, I knew I was in for a treat for this guitar, but I didn't expect them to hold up as well as they did. They're not bad at all.
Yeah, and the last thing is the finish. I think is listed on the website as flame blue matte, and on the website the picture makes it look like it's the brightest neon blue under the sun. Like, I bought this blind. There weren't very many demos of this specific model at all, and I was very happy when I got it in the mail and it was this kind of dark blue as opposed to the very bright and in your face kind of blue.
Mm-hmm. It looks a lot better in person than when you see it on Solar's website, or if you ever find one, like a picture one online, if you're going to buy one. Honestly, don't let the pictures fool you. If you're afraid, like, oh, it's not dark enough, trust me, it's dark enough, you'll love it.
Yeah. Also, last thing, it's 24 frets.
Yep.
For the shredders. 24
frets for the shredders. Gotta have it.
Thing I forgot to mention again is the fretboard radius is listed as 13.75 on the website. I just call it 14 because it's basically what it is. And the nut up here is not plastic. It's actually graphite. For $750 new, this guitar is.
Yeah.
So I'd say for the money, the specs you get is pretty crazy.
Yeah, really good value.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to mention to you guys is how good those Duncan Solar pickups are. I was honestly better than I expected. When I was tracking the demo clips for this particular video, I was amazed by how, full they sounded, how clear every note sounds. The reason I say that is because I'm not just saying this, because I played through the same profiles, or at least 9 times out of 10 for my guitar cover, for the guitar covers that I post here on my channel, I play through the same profiles. So I hear a difference between these pickups and the DiMarzio pickups that are in each of my Majesty guitars. I even hear a difference between them and the Blackouts.
Yeah.
They're crazy good for what they are. I mean, I almost wish I could buy them stock separately from Solar themselves.
There was a set used on Reverb. But my experience with pickups is I have an LTD baritone sitting over here. It's got a bare knuckle juggernaut in it. And then I have the Charvel Joe Duplantier model. And I replaced the Duncan distortion in that with a Seymour Duncan Pegasus. And these pickups hold up to the Pegasus in terms of clarity, I would say, like note separation. That's the whole reason I got the Pegasus, was because I've heard such good things about the note separation, but these are really good on note separation. The clarity you get on these under gain is actually crazy.
Very well balanced, like.
Yeah. They're insanely balanced EQ wise.
Definitely. So now that we went through the specs and all of the features of this Solar guitar, we will now go through the sounds. For this particular video, I'll be using my Kemper profiling amp using a JPTC profile clean with reverb, dirty, and dirty with delay. Now let's get into the demos.
So we're going to do the pros and cons of this guitar. A pro, I would say, is the price, honestly. For the amount of guitar you get, a lot of people say they're similar to like the Ibanez RGA models, like the sub $1,000, maybe just above $1,000 models. I'd probably agree. I like the neck on this one a lot more though. It's not as thin, but it's definitely not as fat as say like a Les Paul or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say apart from maybe the tuners that I would replace with locking tuners, I'd say for the money, this is probably one of the best bang for your buck guitars that you can possibly get.
Honestly, like, it's really good. Like, it's almost like spotless for the price.
Yeah, it's incredibly good. And I know Solar does sales. Like I got this one on a 15% off sale, so that was already off $100. I think it was around what it was taken off when I bought it. But they usually have one towards like Black Friday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you want to wait till then, that you can even get a better deal.
An even better deal.
Yeah.
You know, it really is a good value. But another pro too is, of course, the Duncan Solar pickups.
Mm-hmm.
From hearing those demos, I don't know if you guys can tell, you know, they sound really good through those profiles. You know, and that's coming from somebody, you know, who, you know, uses that same profile for his own personal guitars, because, you know, like I mentioned, this is not my guitar, if I haven't mentioned yet.
Yeah, I would agree. The Duncan Solars are definitely a plus, because usually on, I've noticed that on a lot of guitars around this price range, you get kind of pickups like I know the stock ones on like Sterling guitars aren't the greatest,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not the biggest fan of like Duncan design ones. But I like to describe these ones as kind of like a middle ground between Duncan design and like actual Seymour Duncan pickups. but it's more towards the side of the Seymour Duncans. They're made super well.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. I mean, they're honestly, they don't, like, to me at least, they don't, you know, sound quality wise, they don't sound like cheap pickups to me. Like, they actually sound like quality pickups, like someone actually knew what they were doing. Yeah. And I gotta say, Ola is a tone genius.
He is. All the hardware's solid. I wouldn't even replace the nut. It's graphite. It's going to hold tune great. If you have the money, even, I would probably spring for the slightly more expensive models. I think they have one of the like S1.6 models around the right at the $1,000 mark, and that is basically essentially the same, except it comes with stainless steel frets, which are noticeable with bending. I have learned today playing Anthony's Majesty guitars, because I don't own a single guitar with stainless steel frets on it. But as for cons, I can't really think of much. There's like a couple inconsistencies in finish that aren't super noticeable unless you look really close, but...
One thing I will point out, as much as I do love this instrument, is I did know, this is to be expected, you know, just hear me out, this is just to be expected, is I did notice when I was playing here that there was some slight buzz here and there. Yeah. Again, nothing major, you know, nothing to put this guitar to shame, because it really does stay true to its value and its price.
But that also could just be how it's set up, because I set it up. I didn't get it professionally set up.
That is very true, too.
I got it. It comes with 10 to 46 strings. I threw 11 to 54s on it and then adjusted it as needed to my liking, and I honestly don't mind a bit of buzz. But when it came stock, in the factory with the stock strings, there was nothing. There was no buzz at all.
But yeah, another pro, too, is that it's very lightweight and it's super comfortable. Yeah. You know, it's not super heavy to where it's going to be a pain on your back if you're standing up or sitting down.
It's not a Matt Heafy Les Paul.
Even though that's a great guitar too. But one thing, you know, I don't know if you agree with me on this or not, but I don't know if this is a pro or con, but the tuners, you know, not bad, but not, you know.
I'd say if you don't want to replace them with locking tuners for quicker string changes, I'd say it's a pro. But if you just want, I mean, it's not that hard to change.
It's not a deal breaker.
Without locking tuners, but I'm going to replace locking tuners. That's probably the only mod I'll do. I was thinking about putting bare knuckles in it, but I'll have to spend more time with my two guitars, the one with the bare knuckles and then this one, just to really make a final decision on that. But other than that, I would not replace anything on it.
Yeah, it really does play really well, you know. I mean, the bridge is another pro too. It's really comfortable. You can just rest your hand there and just chug or shred all day.
It does chug.
It chugs. It shreds.
It chugs.
And
will it chug?
Even even the single coil function with the bridge and the neck sound very good too.
It spanks.
It really does.
Tune that sucker down to 8. It spanks.
And
for those genty tones.
Yep. For all you genty boys. Before we end the video, we'd like to get our final verdict. To the final portion of this video. Should you buy it?
Yes. Go buy it now. Empty your wallets. Praise Ola. Buy it. Yes.
But in all seriousness, this is it's a terrific value. I always wanted to play one of these things and never had the chance to, because unfortunately they don't carry these at Guitar Center yet or Sam Ash. So, you know, I really had the pleasure of playing one of these things. I would honestly give this a 9.5 out of 10 guitar picks, because it really does shine. Like Alex was mentioning, the only thing that's really a major con is maybe some finish imperfections here and there.
Yeah, that's just a factory thing. It's made in Indonesia, so it's getting better for sure. Indonesian-made guitars are definitely really getting up there in terms of quality, but obviously from factory to factory there's still some inconsistencies. But this is really.
But for like a new company, I'm just impressed all around. I really am. I mean, other than that, the Duncan Solar pickups, for everything you get stock, I'd say hell yes, definitely buy it.
Buy it. Go.
You know, it's
www.solarguitars.com. There's a dash in between the Solar and guitars, I think.
Yeah, I'd give this definitely a 9.5 out of 10 guitar picks. How about you, Alex?
I'd probably say, I don't know, I'll say a 9. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I can't buy more.
Sounds about right. Really great guitar.
Yep.
Sounds great. Anyway, guys, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if there's anything else that you'd like for me to review, comment below and I'll try my best to get it on this channel. And if you would like to, go support my friend Alex on Instagram at alex.deltaco. Alex.deltaco on Instagram.
If you want some beginner guitar videos, here you go.
Anyway, I want to thank Alex for, you know, letting me demo and borrow this for this video, and I want to thank you guys for all the support. You know, I hope you enjoyed this video. You have a good day and stay metal.